Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA, and today we're here with my friend John. Met John at the last quarantine cruise. So what I do know, it's a 65 Chevelle, right?
Yep.
I always like to know, what condition was it when you started? Was it a clean car? Was it a total donor, somewhere in between?
Well, when I originally got the car, when I was in high school, my old man bought it for me.
Oh, so you've had this car a long time.
Yeah, but then I sold it. And then we were out in Glamis drinking beers, and I was talking to my buddy Heavy Chevy. I said, man, I miss my Chevelle. Yada, yada, yada. A week later, he calls me. I found your Chevelle. You want it back? And I'm like, no kidding.
Come on.
Yeah, I went down to the guy's place, and 10 years later, my registration and insurance card were still in the glove box from when I sold it. The car just sat. So that day, we picked it up, and it didn't even run. Brought it home and literally chop-shopped it in my garage, down to the bare frame. And
really?
Yeah.
So you did the bulk of this in your garage?
Yeah, in my garage. Yep. I think it was the first paint shop I went to. They're no longer around. It was called Paint and Place in Placentia.
Okay.
Went down there, gave him a deposit, everything. Well, he closed up shop and he lost the car. And I found it in Lake Elsinore 2 years later. I finally got a hold of him. Yeah.
What is the color, by the way?
Victory Red, I believe they call it, off a Corvette. Z06, I believe it was.
Got it. Okay. Well, let's pop the hood and see what, I'm curious to see what you've done here. I know you've talked about it a little bit.
Yep.
So you said it's an LS1.
It's a mild bore, 355 cubic inch. Patriot heads, I believe it was. A buddy of mine had the motor and he never used it, so I just kind of picked it up. I didn't want to put a big block back in it, and obviously the blower.
So you're making, I can't remember the numbers you said on this. You dynoed it.
At West Tech, I believe it was 601 and 760 torque to the wheel.
Got it. Just plenty of power.
Yeah, more than enough.
Yeah. And you said on race gas it did what, 8-something?
840, I think it was, 820.
Yeah.
It went to 20 pounds.
So you're making 600 at the tire though on 91.
On 91.
That's awesome.
Yeah, 91.
That's just
borderline 91. I put a little octane booster here and there.
Yeah.
Just to be safe.
I got you. See, I geek out on the detail stuff, like all of the washers all anodized red, the
little stuff.
It's so clean, man. What transmission do you run with this? Because this is, this has, and you guys will see this when we show the interior on it, but it's like all the crazy shifters for drag racing, right?
Yeah. The company who makes the shifters out of Reseda, I believe it's called Kilduff. I mean, it's been years since I bought it.
Yeah.
But the transmission is just a bow tie overdrives did it, and they call it a 765 R4, I believe. It's good for 1,000 horse. Wow. I've tried to break it, and it won't. I mean, like I told you earlier, I got a 480 sitting at home.
Right.
And the car is cut, everything's meant for the 480, and I just, I told myself when this thing grenades, I'll put that in there.
Put the 480
yeah,
until then keep it.
Why,
Yeah.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, dude, totally. Obviously, I can't see because of how this is covered up. Suspension, so you're still on the stock frame?
I am.
Any like reinforcing?
Yeah. My buddy had a machine shop. I put weld washers on all the pivots just to make it a little thicker for the bolts. The frame is all plated. I put stiffeners in the frame rail. Yeah, I mean, essentially, it's, like I said, it's still a stock chassis car. It is mini tubbed. I mini tubbed it in my garage to fit the 315 tire in the rear.
How about it, like all the suspension? I know it's air ride.
Yep. Ride Tech upper lower arms with their Fox airbag shock. I forgot what they actually call that.
Is that the Shockwave?
The Shockwave. There you go. Yeah.
Got it. So that's the one. As I understand, the Shockwave is no matter where you set your ride, the shock's running through the bag, right? So wherever you're at, you're still on the shock itself.
Yes. Yep.
And the air ride's just setting your ride height.
Correct. Yep, absolutely. Correct. And this has got all the sensors for the air ride, so if you jump in, we all jump in, it'll automatically adjust to its ride height. Ford 9-inch rear end from Chris Alston, their Fab 9 housing.
Okay. What's it geared at?
373, I think, right now.
What are the wheels? What company is this?
Don's International out of Ontario, California. They built the wheels for me. Yeah, they've been great wheels.
Is it a 2 or 3-piece?
3-piece wheel.
It is.
Yeah, it's a 3-piece wheel. 14-inch wheel-wood brakes all the way around.
Nice.
One of my biggest pet peeves is I hate when you see bitchin' wheels, badass, everything, and a little brake. It just drives me nuts. And it's just the simplest thing, and that I'll never use that much brake. Willwood makes a great product, and way too much brake for this car.
This is amazing, and And I asked him before, what's this? And I love that that's, dude, this is just genius in my opinion. Your fuel cells tucked. How genius is that, right?
We had to hide it somehow. And Mark Lopez over at Elegance Upholstery in Upland, he's like, man, I got a great idea for this. Because I mean, this is a false floor, so it is about 4 inches lower to the actual.
Yeah, because it looks like it's like a 5-gallon.
Yeah,
You said it's
15.
What, 15?
Yeah, 15.
Mm-hmm. I love custom vehicles, especially the choices that are made and then the execution of those choices. You know, and this, like another thing I love is this center exit coming out here is so bitchin'.
So we had a, like which we were saying off camera, we had since the fuel tank is there originally, I had to, you know, obviously eliminate it from there and put the fuel cell in to get the exhaust out and do all the, Jason and the same sheet metal gentleman did the bottom of the car. All the back and the splitter, or not diffuser.
That's another point I love on this, and it's subtle. It's really subtle, man.
Yeah.
Like it's not an in-your-face diffuser. You know, it's.
Yeah.
What is the exhaust on this car? Because it's not a loud car.
Not until you get on it. It's 3-inch stainless with the MagnaFlow just pass-through exhaust, and it sounds good. And like I said, when you get on it, that's when you could really hear it.
Yeah. All right, let's go check out the interior. Wow, they really knocked it out on this interior, man. I like when you mix materials, having the Alcantara next to the leather like that.
Yeah.
You know, are these stock
factory seats?
No shit.
Yeah, they
recovered.
Bolstered them a little bit. I wanted the low backs. I feel when all the windows are down, I don't like seeing.
Better look.
It's a better look, in my opinion.
Man, great choices you made. Okay, so walk me through. I've seen this setup before on cars. Now you said you could just throw it in drive and go.
So if you just pull the closest lever to you all the way back per se,
right?
It'll move the other 3 forward.
Can I do it?
Yeah, absolutely. One more.
Got it.
And then you could just pull.
So now it's first, second, third, fourth.
Or 1 to 2.
First to 2.
2 to 3.
2 to 3. 3 to 4.
Yep. I just wanted something different that was just, and I've never seen that until somehow I found it. I don't even know how.
As much as everything's custom, then you went with like just a fairly basic Sparco wheel, which I personally really like. I mean, their wheels feel great in your hands. You know, I like the Sparco products a lot. There's so much taste and style in this build, man. I'm genuinely impressed with this thing, dude. I really am, man. Well, dude, let's go take this thing out for a drive and see if it drives as good as it looks.
Well, you be the judge. What I love about the exhaust is how crispy it sounds.
It does. Yeah, great, dude. Seriously, super cool car. I'm enjoying this.
This thing works pretty good for what it is. Like I tell everyone, plenty of power for the road.
I mean, I tell you what, the car does everything it's supposed to do, man. It looks bitchin', it sounds great. I mean, hell, it drives great, and when you get on it, I mean,
it goes.
And are you going foot all the way to the floor?
I'm going like, I'm like, not hammering, just laying into it.
Yeah, that's what, yeah. Awesome. Total badass Chevelle. Just loved shooting this car, man. It looks great, it sounds great, drives great, plenty of power to do all the things you want to do and maybe shouldn't do. Just awesome. Really enjoyed this shoot today. Big thanks to you guys for continuing to hang out and watch what we do, and we will see you in the next one. All right, man, later.